What up, my fellow Knicks fans? This is your guy Marcellus Ease, and don't panic quite yet. Now, as you guys know, last year we traded away our former lottery pick in Kristaps Porzingis, and Knicks fans are wondering, what exactly did we lose out on? Did we miss out on KP's upside? What does his peak look like? Is he really the unicorn? And you know what? I figured throughout this season, I'm gonna keep following up with KP and the nice hyped up dynamic duo of him and Luka to see how they measure up against other teams in the West. And Stephen A. Smith and Max Kellerman actually touched up on this a bit. So let's see what they got to say.
Having said all of that, here's my thing and my hesitation about Porzingis and Doncic. You got those European players that come over to the NBA, and there's some rough riders in the NBA that ain't having it. I just don't. I'm trying to think about the nice way to say it. But brothers just ain't having it. I'm just trying to tell you. When these cats step out on the court and you look at the Dallas Mavericks, okay, and you see a 7'3" Porzingis coming at you. I mean, you can't teach 7'3", particularly with a perimeter shot. I'll give you that. But the fragility that kicks in once they put a hat on you,
And Stephen A. Smith talking about that hat, man. You guys know what it is. Come playoff time, them referees, man, they're going to tuck in those whistles. And I'm wondering if Porzingis could even last all the way into June, May, June to take some of these hits. And, how that's really going to affect him because he's a finesse player. Remember when he was playing for the Knicks, he was fading away against, short point guards, which I never understood. But it'll be nice to see, how this duo performs when the referees start taking away their whistles. I mean, these guys are going to have to be really athletic against some of the competition, especially out west.
They just ain't having it. They're just not having it. And so I look at them and I look at their skills and I say, okay, I'm going to give props where it's due because both of those brothers could play. Please don't get me wrong. But let's ask ourselves, they're going to make the playoffs. What are we saying? We got both LA teams. We've got Golden State. We got Houston. We got Utah. We got Portland. Who am I missing? I mean, Denver, I'm sorry. You got Denver there. So if Dallas makes it, we really talk about an eighth seed.
I want to talk about that.
Yeah, they got some stiff competition out there. And, KP, man, they're talking about him not already playing back-to-backs. I mean, this guy already said, this year, he's not even at 100% still. Remember, he had the surgery back in 2017. Around February 2017. So I still don't get, what's the holdup here?
We really talk about
I want to talk about the attitudes because you brought into question the European players, and sometimes we've seen that in the past.
Coming over to this.
Max feels a type of way. He brought up the European players. Max is one of these guys I've been hyping up Luka, man. Luka has a little bit of the Larry Bird hope among some of the fan base. But, he can ball. But, had he been not a European player, he's just another American player that can just average 20 points a game on a shitty team.
The NBA players, how they treat him.
Yeah, sure, but let's not just stereotype these guys.
Not Doncic.
Porzingis.
I don't mean about Doncic.
Let me start with Porzingis. He's not built to bang down low.
Whoa, he's not built to bang down low. So how the hell you expect to win anything in the playoffs? He's going to have to bang down low at some point. I know Dirk Nowitzki did. You guys could look up the 2006 playoffs. The dude was beasting. Shooting jumpers, going in the lane, taking bumps. He was doing everything. KP got to be like that. I mean, that's the expectation here. I mean, that's what his contract basically says.
He can do it here and there, but he's 7'3" and wiry. Do you really want that when he can shoot from the outside, do all the different things he can do?
Yes, Max, they want that because you know why? At the end of the day, in the playoffs, those referees are going to be tucking in their whistles.
Here and there in spots, but he's not built to do it the same. I don't think that's an issue of toughness. I think his mental makeup is fine. Let me talk about Luka now. You know what he said after Bradley Beal was ejected because it got chippy last night, Stephen A? Yeah. Let me quote, "That was great. That's what basketball is about. You don't have no friends on the court. I respect him for doing that," meaning Beal, because Beal knew Luka's getting out of control. He's killing us. Let me do something.
That touched your heart, Mac, that moved you?
Yes, man. Because what Luka understands is when I see a dude like the Greek Freak who refuses to work out with dudes on the other team in the offseason, right? When I see a guy like Damian Lillard and with his mentality, when I even hear Luka say, "You ain't got no friends out here," he wants to fight with me on the court. Great, I love it. Yes, that tells me something.
Yeah, Luka's definitely gonna be a target, man. Because like I said, guys like Max Kellerman last year were hyping him up, and he's just another nice player compared to the other players, man. And you know, if he was an American-born player, he would just be another good rookie. They'd be like, wow, he's performing up to expectations. But the way they were hyping him up, you could have swore he was like Larry Bird 2.0.
About their mentality. And by the way, Luka, as a baby, came to the NBA and gave the league work as a rookie. And Steven.
Yeah, because they had no footage on him. Now they have a whole year's of footage. Yeah, that film is going to be looking maybe a little juicy. To any smart NBA player in a 7-game series with Luka, oh, yeah, they can pinpoint out some things.
Hey, he looks like an MVP caliber
player
right now.
You're sold on the team means you think they're going to the playoffs. To be sold on a team, right?
If Porzingis stays healthy, they will go to the playoffs.
Well, see, it's hard for me because I have.
See, but nothing Max said there just didn't make any sense because you just said KP is not built like that. So, you know, if he's not healthy for majority of these games, he's missing back-to-backs. I mean, right now he's slated to only play about like 60 to like 55 games. I mean, how's the Mavs going to take the next step?
I happen to think that Rick Carlisle is one of the great coaches in basketball, and I've known him for many, many years. But I can't ignore the fact that with the exception of 2014, 2015, the Dallas Mavericks have not won more than 42 games. I mean, listen, they haven't 42 games since that time, 42, 33, 24, and 33. Luka Doncic was a rookie last year. We get all of that. We understand that Porzingis is healthy. We get all of that. All I'm saying is I'm not that sold. Are you telling me that Porzingis is going to make a 12 to 13 game difference? Because that's what it takes to make the playoffs in the West.
Yeah, he could make that difference if he plays those back-to-backs and stay healthy. That guy's going to have to play at least 68 to like 72 games for them to make that jump.
If not more than that, I'm sorry. You remember, the Clippers were a 7th or 8th seed last year, winning 48 games. Do I see Porzingis making a 15-game difference on the Dallas Mavericks?
Better too.
Well, I'm saying I'm getting.
Yeah, Luka may have gotten better, but they got film on him now. And also KP, I believe he has never played a game in April. I mean, that's how much the injury bug has actually affected this guy.
I'm giving you Luka Doncic. I'm not even questioning him.
I'm saying he's a couple games better. He's worth a couple extra games over last year.
But what I'm saying to you is you're asking me to be convinced that I'm going to see a 15-game improvement in the Dallas Mavericks. I love Rick Carlisle. The answer is hell no.
All I'm saying,
I don't see it.
And everyone's giving Luka props. I still don't know if people understand how good he already is.
He's good.
But Porzingis is the one everyone's sleeping on. If he's
No, Max, you're wrong right there. How good he already is, then his team would have been in the playoffs, man. This guy was playing on a shitty team, putting up numbers on a shitty team. Everyone does that. Kevin Love, all these players do that. Garnett back in the day, everyone does that. You got to win, bro.
Healthy. Don't forget, it's not like he plateaued as a player. He was getting a lot better still when he got hurt and the Knicks were misusing him.
Yeah, he was in the East.
Yeah, he's right. The Knicks were misusing him because how we got in a nice little point guard, someone even like a Kyrie, man, pick and roll with KP all day. KP would just be popping three-pointers.
Western Conference. I think it's a different animal.
Who wants to match up with this dude?
You'll find out. You'll find out. Those Beetlejuice eyes of yours.
No one wants to match up with Porzingis.
You'll see. Oh, there's going to be plenty of people that ain't fair for lining up with him.
Yeah, there's going to be people lining up with dude, man. Dude is proving that he's kind of a bit fragile. Yeah, they're going to be. And then when he gets on that, like, you know, dunking on you, I'm blocking you shit, someone's going to put that elbow that Stephen A. Smith first showed in the beginning of the segment. Once they put that elbow on him, it's going to change his mindset. You can see it.
And you ain't lying.
You wish he was still.
No, I'm happy for him. Get to a healthy situation. Get out of the Knicks.
Now, when you 7'3" or even 7'1", and you're a man-child like Shaq, and you were drop stepping and swinging elbows,
this ain't Shaquille O'Neal.
I'm saying that's when fear comes in. People don't fear a 7'3" shooter.
Actually,
they don't.
Actually, let's talk about another 7-foot shooter on the Mavericks. I'm not saying I'm not saying Porzingis is Dirk Nowitzki.
Thank God.
But Porzingis has a pure shot.
That'll be disrespect to Dirk. That'd be very disrespectful to Dirk if he said that. KP is only like 3 years in, didn't really do anything 1 year. He's really unproven. That's very disrespectful to Dirk.
Nowitzki had a pure shot. Nowitzki was 7. Porzingis is 7'3". Porzingis is a way better defensive player.
Yeah, but Dirk is a lot tougher, man. Dirk got respect from a lot of the NBA vets, man. Dirk was getting in there, getting dirty.
Than Nowitzki was.
Thanks for watching.
But it is what it is, man. You guys, I'm going to keep checking in throughout the whole year. We'll see how KP's looking like. You guys stay safe. Peace.